Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to share with you life has a way of testing us with challenges that feel like they will last forever. But the truth is nothing stays the same no matter how heavy your problems feel today. They are only visitors passing through your life, and you owe it to yourself. Build habits that remind you not to stress because everything is temporary when life places you in the middle of storms. The first thing you need to hold on to is patience, because patience is not just waiting, it is waiting with peace inside your heart. Too often we allow stress to rise because we want solutions instantly. We want the problem to disappear today. But life does not work like that. Everything moves in seasons, just as night does not rush to become day. Your challenges will not disappear in a moment, but they will shift with time. Patience is the art of trusting that change is always on its way, even if you cannot yet see it. When you remind yourself that storms always end, you stop reacting with fear and you start responding with calm strength. Think of the times you felt broken before and ask yourself, did those moments last forever, or did they pass? Every pain you carried eventually faded, and every mountain that once felt too heavy eventually became just another memory. What got you from then to now was patience. Patience allowed you to take one step forward even when you could not see the road clearly. It allowed you to breathe in uncertainty without letting anxiety destroy your peace. Patience is not weakness, it is a quiet form of courage. It tells your mind that you can withstand the present discomfort because tomorrow holds something different. You may not know when the clouds will clear, but you know they cannot stay forever. Life is always moving, always shifting, always changing. Stress comes when we fight this natural rhythm, but freedom comes when we learn to trust it. So when you feel pressure building, when you feel stress taking control, stop and remind yourself to practice patience. Tell yourself, this moment is not permanent, this pain is not endless, this stress is not your forever. Patience gives you the ability to stand tall in the middle of the storm, knowing that calmness will return sooner than you think. Everything you are going through right now is temporary, and patience will carry you to the other side. One of the most powerful habits you can build when facing stress is practicing gratitude, because gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already present and valuable in your life. Stress often grows when your mind is locked on problems, when it replays the same difficulties and convinces you that everything is going wrong. But gratitude interrupts this cycle by reminding you that no matter how dark the situation feels, there is always light still shining somewhere. When you start appreciating the simple blessings like the breath in your lungs, the food on your table, the people who support you, and the lessons you learn each day, your heart softens and your stress begins to lose its grip. Gratitude does not mean ignoring your struggles. It means balancing them with awareness of the good that is still around you, because even in hard times, there are moments of kindness, moments of love, moments of hope that deserve recognition. When you choose to see them, you remind yourself that life is not only pain, it is also beauty, and that awareness makes challenges easier to endure. Stress feels permanent when you think only of what is wrong, but gratitude teaches you that nothing is absolute. There is always something worth holding on to, and that sense of balance can carry you through. Think of gratitude as a lens that changes how you see life. Two people can face the same difficulty, but the one who practices gratitude will walk lighter, because they do not only see the burden, they also see the blessings around it. You too can train your mind to notice small joys every day. Maybe it is the sound of birds in the morning, the smile of a loved one, or the strength inside you that refused to give up yesterday. Gratitude opens your eyes to these gifts, and the more you recognize them, the less space stress has to dominate your thoughts. When you cultivate gratitude, you remind yourself that even this stressful season has hidden gifts. Maybe it is teaching you resilience, maybe it is helping you grow patience, maybe it is bringing you closer to those who care about you. And when you look at life this way, you stop seeing stress as a permanent wall and start seeing it as a temporary lesson. Everything you are going through right now is temporary, and gratitude will carry you to the other side. The third habit is to practice gratitude even when life feels heavy and uncertain, because gratitude has the power to shift your entire perspective. Stress grows stronger when your mind focuses only on what is missing, what went wrong, or what could fail. It makes you feel as if nothing is enough, and that mindset feeds worry. But when you begin to notice the blessings that already surround you, even the smallest ones, your heart slowly finds peace and your mind begins to quiet down. Gratitude is not about ignoring problems or pretending challenges do not exist. It is about choosing to see that despite the struggles, there are still reasons to feel thankful. Maybe it is the roof over your head, the meal on your table, or the smile of someone you love. These little reminders become like anchors keeping you steady when the storm of stress tries to pull you under. When you write down 3 things you are grateful for at the end of each day, or simply pause in the morning to thank life for giving you another chance, you are training your mind to focus on abundance instead of lack. This habit changes how you respond to stress because gratitude teaches you patience and acceptance. When you are grateful, you stop demanding that life must always go your way. Instead, you learn to trust that difficulties are temporary and that even in them there are lessons and hidden gifts. Gratitude is like sunlight breaking through dark clouds. It may not erase the storm, but it brings enough light to help you see the way forward. It reminds you that no matter how tough today feels, you have already overcome countless challenges before, and you will overcome this one too. Practicing gratitude also improves relationships because stress often makes people irritable and closed off. When you are thankful for the people around you, you treat them with kindness and patience instead of letting stress push them away. You build stronger connections, and those connections become a source of comfort and support during hard times. Life feels lighter when you remember that you are not alone, and that love and kindness surround you every day. You have the choice to complain or to be grateful, and whichever you choose shapes your experience of life. So choose gratitude because it has the strength to calm your stress and remind you that everything is temporary. The 4th habit is to remind yourself constantly that change is the only permanent thing in life, and this understanding reduces the weight of stress. Because stress often comes from holding on too tightly to moments that are meant to pass. People worry about situations as if they will last forever. They get stuck in fear, thinking the pain or difficulty they feel today will define their entire life. But when you embrace the truth that everything is temporary, you learn to loosen your grip. You allow yourself to breathe more freely, and you realize that no storm lasts forever. Think of the hardest times you have already faced in your life. At that moment, you may have believed you would never come out of it. You may have cried, struggled, or felt lost. Yet here you are today, standing stronger than before. That itself is proof that no situation, no matter how heavy or painful, is permanent. The moment you understand this deeply, stress loses its power over you because you know whatever hurts now will heal, and whatever scares you now will eventually fade. Just like the seasons change, your life also moves through different phases, and no phase stays forever. This perspective helps you face stress with courage instead of fear, because if something is temporary, it does not deserve the energy of endless worry. When you remind yourself that time is always moving, you begin to trust the natural flow of life. When challenges appear, you handle them with patience, knowing they will pass. When joy arrives, you embrace it fully, knowing it too is fleeting. This balance keeps your mind calm and your heart steady. Adopting this habit also allows you to release the pressure of perfection. People stress because they want control over every detail. They want everything to stay the way it is or to turn out exactly how they imagine, but life is not built that way. When you accept impermanence, you stop fighting against reality. You flow with it instead. That flow brings peace. You begin to enjoy moments as they are without fear of losing them, and you endure challenges without drowning in them because you know they will not stay forever. So whenever stress rises, remind yourself that this too shall pass, and let that truth give you the strength to keep moving with hope. The 5th habit is to focus on gratitude because gratitude has the power to shift the way you see your life. Stress grows when you only see what is missing or what is wrong, while gratitude grows when you choose to see what is still right and what is still good in your world. Every time you focus on what you already have instead of what you lack, you reduce the noise of negativity and bring peace to your heart. When you say thank you for the small blessings like health, food, a roof over your head, or the presence of people who care, you remind yourself that even in hard times there is light. Stress often blinds us to what is already beautiful. We get caught up in what we cannot control, And in that moment, forget the things we already possess that many others wish for. Gratitude pulls you back to the present. It stops your mind from racing into fears about the future or regrets about the past. It grounds you and keeps you aware that not everything is falling apart. Gratitude is like an anchor that holds you steady during storms because it keeps you connected to the parts of life that are still stable and safe. Building the habit of gratitude does not require anything complex. It can be as simple as writing down 3 things each day you are thankful for. It can be whispering thank you before you go to bed, or when you wake up in the morning. It can be pausing for a moment during the day to look around and notice something good. No matter how small, these simple acts create a mindset shift over time, and they train your brain to search for positives even when life feels heavy. Gratitude is not about denying challenges. It is about not letting challenges make you blind to the good that still exists. When gratitude becomes a part of your daily life, stress naturally loses its strength because gratitude and stress cannot exist together in the same moment. The heart that is thankful has less space for worry and fear. The mind that focuses on blessings has less time to create problems that do not exist. You begin to see life as a gift rather than a burden, and this changes everything. So whenever stress tries to take over, pause and choose gratitude, because that simple choice will remind you that life is still worth cherishing. The 6th habit is to trust the process of life, because everything you face is shaping you for something greater and nothing lasts forever. When you remind yourself that storms pass and seasons change, you stop holding on to stress as if it will stay with you forever. The truth is, no feeling, no struggle, and no situation is permanent. Life is always moving and evolving, and so are you. Trusting the process means accepting that even your challenges are part of your growth, and that there is meaning in what you go through. Many times stress grows because we want to control everything. We want instant answers and instant results. But life does not work that way. Sometimes the lesson is hidden in the waiting, and sometimes the blessing comes after the struggle. The more you fight against this truth, the more pain you create for yourself. But when you learn to let go and trust that life is unfolding in the way it should, you create space for peace and patience. Trusting the process does not mean doing nothing. It means doing your part with effort and faith, and then allowing life to take its course. Think of all the difficult times you have already survived. At one point, they felt impossible, yet you made it through, and now they are behind you. This is proof that nothing lasts forever, and that you are stronger than you imagine. Every time you trusted that better days would come, they eventually did so. When stress rises again, remind yourself of this truth. Your current situation is not your final destination. Your story is still being written, and every page matters. This habit also teaches resilience, because when you trust the process, you stop being crushed by temporary setbacks. Instead, you see them as stepping stones. Each delay becomes preparation, each challenge becomes training, and each obstacle becomes an opportunity to grow. You begin to welcome change rather than fear it, because you understand that even endings are only beginnings in disguise. When you embrace this mindset, stress loses its grip because you stop clinging to the present pain as if it defines your entire future. Instead, you stand with calm confidence, knowing that this too shall pass and brighter days are already on their way. So keep walking with faith and patience, because trusting the process will always carry you toward a stronger and more peaceful version of yourself.